Welcome back. Quick break, but we are tied. Vici-Gaming, Newbee. I felt like I saw a whole different Vici-Gaming this game. It was like a complete turnaround. They just were up there and they were pressuring the whole time. They didn't miss a beat.
I mean, that's what we were expecting from game one, that pocket pick to really come through and make a decent and, you know, interesting dynamic to watch. And Undying really did it. Yeah, made sure that people couldn't die, own the early game, and that's what they needed to be able to kind of snowball it out.
The key of a good team for me is one that doesn't radically change things from game to game. It's the team that makes these minor adjustments to make things better. So for example, in the first game, they have the Pugna pairing, and we felt like they lacked damage, right? But this time around, they have a true core. They've got this OD that can really abuse that chrono. Once you're at like 40 stacks, you're simply just like hitting like a truck. You can drop your ultimate. You're actually going to deal some damage. And Undying didn't really have to play such a big part, but it did divert a little bit of attention in the lane. It's a cool hero as well. The Tombstone's really annoying to deal with. It did something that the Kunkka couldn't, in the sense that it could just like go in, create space for his cores, allow the chrono to be a lot more natural than it was.
And it made sure that constantly all the supports were pushed in bottom lane. That Undying made sure that everybody had to be there. Nobody could help mid. Left to his devices, nobody could help top.
And that OD matchup it's pretty favorable in the sense that like he's going to get his farm. OD is a hero that traditionally you want that kind of one-on-one sort of setup, so you can just abuse the fact that you have that Astral. When it gets to this like 2-on-1 situation and this 2-on-2, it becomes a little bit more tricky. But when you're given that flat one-on-1, that's where you're really going to excel.
Yeah. There was one moment in the game where I thought there was a little bit of hope, and this was around 18-minute mark. Now, our highlight clip is what happened 2 minutes after that.
Oh.
Yes.
2 minutes after hope.
2 minutes after the hope, you know, started to rise in the Newbee fans. They're like, you know, we just almost won a fight. Maybe this is maybe this is the comeback. That's what people thought. And then this happened. This is a fight that they want to take from the back already. Paparazzi gets the bubble. There's a nice Ravage holding everybody at bay, and at this point there's not that many BKBs just yet, so Newbee actually has a shot here. But unfortunately, their sniper is already gone before the fight even starts. They do kill off that Void on the back line. Oh, that were baby rages. But the rest of the team, there's no damage anymore. This sniper is not able to hit people because he's dead.
Yep.
Necrophos, he's dead.
He's dead.
Everybody's dead. He's dead. Earthshaker, about to be dead.
He's dead.
And this was right after the people were given hope. That's what happens. You can't get hope.
Don't get hopeful.
No.
Life is horrible. Everything sucks.
Crushed.
And there's no joy in this world.
No, not for Newbee fans.
Just don't care about anything.
Don't care. YOLO it all. YOLO till it's over.
Yeah, so but it was pretty rough. Like the pressure had to be on. I guess it is a type of game where, you know, if they hold on long enough, sure, there might be a chance if once the BKB cooldowns go down or something like that. But
yeah, they really did have to play around the BKBs. But yeah, it was a rough game. But they had a rough game in game one. That's what game threes are for, baby.
Yeah,
it's time to see who's gonna be rougher and who's gonna be nice, smooth, clean boys.
I feel like every single game should go to a best of 3. I would like to see the full 3-game series for everyone.
Yeah, that'd be great.
You mean instead of 2-game series? Instead of 2-game series?
Yeah, I like full best of 3s. You really get to see who the better team is, truly. I wanted a resolution to that, no pun intended, that OG series yesterday. OG versus Vega?
Yeah, you can't use that with and say no pun intended.
It wasn't, though. It was just like the perfect word for it.
Hey!
All right.
China.
Your hands are so warm. That's weird.
They are very warm.
Mine are really cold.
I know. You're like a ghost.
Maybe I am.
That is my favorite thing, the high five fist. When they go for the high five and then you go in there and just it tells you a lot about the person. Like what do they do? Do they accept? Do they resist? Do they accept? Or do they, you know, try to
match?
Yeah.
And making it a bit of a collision?
It's like a quick psychological personality test.
Okay, what was your read on Will?
I fisted him yesterday.
Yeah. He went in.
All right, so we're here for game 3.
It was personal.
Game 3 is having issues booting up, so we just have a quick delay there. By the way, in case anybody was wondering why we're having this discussion.
Booting up?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean.
Oh, I understand now.
Are you like a Windows 98 or like, you know, one of those quick drives?
What is that thing, like Linux? Like everyone tries to get me into like that hipster stuff, Linux.
Linux.
Bro, you gotta switch to Linux.
Bro, let me tell you about Linux.
Bro, let me tell you about Linux
Homie,
Classic.
Let me tell you about Discord and Linux. And by the way, No Man's Sky is gonna be the greatest game ever made. That's like the internet in a nutshell. Everybody's like, oh man, get in on this cryptocurrency. It's gonna be such a cool big deal. And 3 years later, it's just Garbo. Typical.
The internet.
The internet.
Has the game still not loaded?
Well, we tried.
Problematic.
We tried it. It keeps failing. So we're still figuring it out.
I'm tired.
But we will figure it out. So we've seen both teams actually. You know, there were some tweaks, but in reality, there was Sniper and Pugna both games. It was a little bit of the same, just a bit different. How are we gonna see things change up? You say you like teams that only make minor tweaks. Is that gonna happen for Game 3 as well, you think?
Probably we're gonna see a bit of a different look this time. I don't know. Teams are really different in that regard. Like some teams are stubborn, like as we saw with Vici. They still wanted like the same core principles.
Yeah.
And Newbee was just like, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And they just rolled the same. You can't like blow after. I feel like you've never rolled dice in a casino
I don't
before.
gamble. It's not good. It's a sin.
Is it?
I believe in the Lord. I don't gamble. I don't lay.
You don't lay?
I don't eat fish. The Lord! So you're not supposed to blow after you throw?
No, you don't like throw them and then like, that defeats the purpose.
I thought you blew so that you could like adjust how the dice landed.
No, it's a complete luck thing. It's just
luck.
Yeah, you just get some of your
I thought you
essence
throw
on
it and
the
then you
die.
blow really hard, and if it looks like it's gonna land,
I don't think that has any
want.
determining like factor on whether or not that is successful.
All right.
How hard
for the
do you
next
blow?
red button.
I blow pretty hard,
We're
dude.
gonna practice.
It takes me a while to boot up, but I know how to blow.
All right.
China.
You were saying something about Newbee before this started. Newbee rolled the same dice.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, got them out there.
So are they gonna roll the same dice, or are they gonna get different dice?
You guys have never been to a casino before. Like,
Can they use the weighted dice, or is it
I have
gonna
to
be
say,
the
casinos in the Netherlands, I've been in them.
yeah.
But I've never seen a dice game in a
Okay,
casino.
fair. It might be outlawed.
Yeah, I've never played a
We
casino.
have the standard blackjack, poker,
I
roulette.
used to play in the alleys.
the street games.
You know, you got the cardboard on the ground, everybody's sitting Slav style, and you're like,
They're just everyone's squatting around the cardboard box.
you got the crumpled up hundreds. Hell yeah, dude. Those were
You
my
guys,
days.
you can still vote. I do believe that this game is not as one-sided as you guys make it out to be.
Come on, Twitch chat.
73%?
73?
73% for Newbee.
Damn.
Hashtag Newbee or hashtag Vici.
You guys thought that Vega Navi was going to be 50-50, and you think this shit's 73-20?
They don't like that VG. They thought that they just lucked out, man.
They are not.
There could also be a lot of people that basically just woke up, has just seen TI, think, hey,
They just woke up.
from their comas.
just woke up to competitive Dota. It's like I missed a couple of weeks, but you know, Newbie
It's been 2 months.
must be good.
They like wake up and they're like, oh,
Doctor, did EG win TI? No.
no.
No. Did Newbee? No. Oh God. I thought you said it like they got woke.
Yeah.
You know? Not like they're waking from a sleep, but you know. People just saw TI, now they're woke.
What? They're woken up.
No,
They've woken up.
Like emotionally woke.
You guys got to get into the new lobby. There's a new lobby.
Are you trying to tell the teams or the
No, we're
No, I'm trying to tell the people
that-
not there,
that's the
but
game.
the war room?
We know.
Damn.
but Odie and Fog didn't know.
Take it easy. War room is gonna go get some supplies, some new things for the war room. I still don't know why we don't have the stick. I suggested
What
that.
stick?
What's
You know, in a real war room, they have like the stick that they push.
Yeah,
things.
but they have a stick because the war room board is so big that they can't reach the middle with their
You
hands.
can just
without...
use Yanni's. He's dark enough for that. He's like orangish enough. You can just like pick him up and.
Damn, you know, you were upset about the Chinese racism, and now you're over here
I was
talking
making
about
fun
how
of his
dark and
skin,
sticky
like
he is.
his makeup skin tone thing that he's
You're
got
all
going
messed
on.
up, dude.
Like the neon orange thing going on.
How dare you? Oh, he's pissed.
All right. So we can actually divert this back to Dota because we're going to talk a little bit about the players. Let's talk a little bit about Newbee to start with. So far today, what have you seen? Who stood out for you the most?
I think Moogie's played pretty well.
Yeah.
I think he's accomplished his job very well. I
Moogs!
think the Sven game was
There he is.
very good.
Everybody knows Moogie now.
Oh, dude, that made me sad.
Moogie famous.
China.
Everyone always says like that. There was that time period where just because we didn't have access to the Chinese scene,
Yeah.
they were always thought of like as like this like
Robots.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's not the case at all. Like they all care so much.
They're super serious, and I mean, True Side is testament to that. And
Sure.
that's just, you know, it's not like Newbee is the only team that is sad they lost either. That's, you know, just because their portrait, and everybody knows Newbee, and everybody, you know, you can feel the players a little bit
Yeah.
more. But Vici, the same. They try just as hard. Who were you most impressed with from Vici today?
From Vici,
Yeah.
I think Fender's played well.
Yeah.
Overall, I feel like he's just been able to, especially when you play like
China.
the 5 role, it's like it's really unglamorous in that sense. But these Chinese 5 position players always stand out to me just because they're always able to accomplish the same things. They never die. They get their ward vision out. You never see them get caught. They're willing to play very patient, sit behind their cores, play these kinds of heroes that don't require like that standard flashiness. It's almost like the antithesis of a team like Liquid or maybe something like EG where they're a little bit more high octane. It's like, okay, we're going to step back. We don't necessarily need to flash or shine. We just need to play our part.
That's true. He did do his part. I really liked Paparazzi in the games we've seen. The first game I was not that impressed because I was kind of feeling like, you know, I waited too long for all those chronospheres. But that second game, there were chronospheres.
Now that's a picture. Hell yeah.
Every time.
Paparazzi, just in the West alone, I think he has that kind of like status where he's seen as such a top player.
Yeah.
In the way that, you know, I think China like reveres players like Sumail and Miracle and Arteezy. I think he's in the same vein for a lot of the Western players. When you think of these top-tier skilled mids, you think of a player like Paparazzi.
Yeah, he is in China. He's considered the best mid. He won the solo mid tournament.
Yeah,
it's because he was coached by apparently Razi or someone, a Chinese person that he actually has his nickname from. That it was considered the best 1v1 mid person.
That's a cool bit of trivia.
Yeah.
I believe his name was Big Papa.
No.
I thought it was like a Lady Gaga reference or something.
No. He actually, like, his name comes from the person that taught him mid. Specifically solo mid, because obviously he's a carry.
Did you hear this from Jack?
Yes.
Maybe Jack's just messing with you. That seems like...
No, because he also, when he won that solo mid tournament, which I believe was DAC this year.
Papa!
There was an interview on stage. You know, how do you feel? And he basically said that he learned mid from this person.
Oh, so it's like his homage?
Yeah.
That's cool.
War room is ready.
Hello.
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 Oh my god, is that a lion?
Lion.
Lion!
What? They went a little edgy with the Undying.
They
Now
did
they're
the
going
Undying
Undying
again,
and
too.
Lion.
Alright, let me
got the
take
Undying
this
over
one,
there.
Blitz.
Ooh, all right.
Lion,
Yep.
extremely good at getting that puck, you know? Puck's got a lot to worry about now. Needs the mana, two different kinds of stuns, and a little bit of burst damage. I mean, pretty much a counter pick, except Lion sucks.
So you have the Lion Hex.
I did want to say one other thing. So Zai, I was chatting with him a little bit right after the game. So the reason they picked the Undying with the Disruptor combo, it's actually the best working combo with the Undying because Undying Tombstone gives night vision, 1800 vision for the glimpses to get the catch.
That's amazing.
So it's actually really amazing, and I did not know that. So thank you, Zai, for telling me that.
Now the whole world knows.
Yeah, well done.
Well, I
Zai
asked him-
is
I asked him
like,
if I
God
could tell.
damn it, Fog.
Thanks a lot,
I
Fog.
asked him
God
first.
damn it.
I
You
asked
ain't
him
talking to
first.
Zai again.
Is
That's it. Rip off
Is
Vic
Zai not in
Gaming,
Sweden?
tier
Can't we
3
get him
forever
here
now.
and then can have him replace Fogged?
What? What was
I'm
that
out,
tangent you just
I mean,
went on?
if we're saying
as I
things
still
that
get-
Zai says anyway, if Zai is in Sweden, he can come here. He can give Fogged a break.
I mean, we were just talking about Undying.
He's far though.
He's very far away.
Well, we have a very long day ahead of us.
You can
Get in
make it
the
if
car
you
now, and you can make it to the last series today,
No, we'll see
maybe.
you. Yeah, we'll see you for the last series.
And
now.
I don't think he would appreciate eating Max for every meal either. Have you seen that boy?
Who wouldn't?
Dude, that's how all
He
Swedes
is.
survive, isn't it? On the
He
max.
is jacked.
That's what you get from eating the max. That's something special.
Yeah, they put a lot of good stuff in there for
It's
muscles.
the hormones.
It's the
Could you grab
hormones.
the
Yeah.
Sanking?
Oh, there's yeah.
What are you
That's
doing
down
out there,
there.
Ron? Where is the Sanking? There.
Okay, so what is the weakness though, Slacks? Give me your analysis
Well,
of Lion.
of
Why
course.
does he suck?
It's in Dota 2 we have like rock paper scissors combos, right? Sometimes there's two scissors, right? Lion's good against Puck. Puck's pretty good against Lion. Jumps in, does a lot of burst damage, a big silence. If Puck gets the jump on Lion, he's screwed. If Lion gets
Okay.
the jump on Puck, he's screwed.
There's a downside to this though.
What's
because Lion's true weakness is that he's a Garbo laner.
Yeah.
He requires a lot of levels.
Yes.
Well, that's mostly because people build him wrong. He's
Yeah,
a
which you
fantastic
get.
laner if you max the mana league.
Oh.
The mana suck.
Yeah, I actually report anybody who does that in my games.
Okay, well,
That's why Yannis is an A behavior score gamer.
how dare you?
And
What's
Slacks,
that?
what do you? If you could please remind the viewing audience, we all have A's. We're all good boys.
We're all an A.
You know,
Slacks, are you a B?
no, I'm not a B.
You're not a B?
I'm a C.
I see.
Toxic gamer.
Not toxic, I just like techies.
I don't think that's
I don't
it.
think that's why.
That's
I
it.
don't
People
think
just
that's why.
auto-report techie pickers, even if they're like the best person on the team, which I am. Why are you laughing? You know, I don't bring up these personal jabs
You know,
at you.
So
The
who was
question
the
is-
first pick this game?
Some people, because you can only report people after the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So picking techies, by the time you've won, they should have forgiven you for that.
No, I mean,
Or
the
by the
enemy
t-
team reports you and your team reports you.
Dude, I saw that comment on your profile. I just think you're a toxic guy.
I'm not a toxic.
It's not there anymore.
You're so different from Alive.
You know what? Y'all think that I'm toxic, yet 4 of you are picking on me. Who's toxic in real life, bro? I'm trying to entertain the audience and have a fun, lighthearted thing, and you guys have just got the pitchforks.
True.
Why don't we focus on the game?
Okay.
Okay.
That's a Sand King. Hit me up, Slacks. What do you think?
Sand King's a hero that does
He's a hero.
AoE damage and can have a stun. He also has sand. Sentient sand.
Awesome.
Sand.
Sand.
Is that an alchemist band?
Sand. Sand. That's a Bat
That's
Rider,
the Bat
girl.
Rider. Well, I can't see from here, and the other screen went away, so I don't know what's happening.
So
Void
we still
again.
don't see
Void
Death
every game.
Prophet. I'm very
Void every
excited for
game.
that. Faceless Void dragged back in here.
Pretty good last game.
We're seeing
Yeah.
like the same lineup again.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. Not sure we're gonna
Same
we'll put
dice,
this one,
guys.
But some
Same
tweaks.
dice.
We'll put this one
Same
bottom
dice.
for now, but it's probably gonna be adjusted.
Hey,
depending on
who's
picks.
that guy?
There's same dice for Vici, but Newbee is not on that.
Dazzle Sanking. I love this duo.
Why is that?
It just is a nice duo of like you have strong lanes, you have good chase potential with like I mean if early on you need to zone people with like Caustic and with Poison Touch, that's pretty cool. But it's mostly just a really good combo. Just the Sanking and Dazzle, just strong support heroes.
5 seconds remaining. Turn to
And
Yeah.
It's a put, yeah.
All right.
Same old, same old.
Sniper it up,
changing
guys.
it.
Here we go.
Sniper, is it going to come in again?
He could. He does have the Dizzler now to be able to make sure he doesn't die. So
Oh, it's just gonna be
that's
within
one
line,
good thing.
yeah.
And they are very
Yeah.
reactionary too. Sand King, nefarious as kind of like a reactionary hero. You don't really want to go in because you're scared of that hero coming in. Puck,
5 seconds
pretty good too
remaining.
for that. Yeah.
They've got better heroes to deal with the Pugna this time though. They have
Sure.
Magic Burst coming out from their first 2 picks, and Sanking's a hard lockdown. I feel like these Sankings have been doing pretty well. Just because I think of like yesterday, I see like Slayer Sanking. He went pretty ham.
Radiant team
Pretty good
back.
roaming hero.
It's a CK.
DK.
It's been banned out previous
It
games.
has been.
Oh.
Pretty strong hero. They've
Is
got a
it
lot
strong
of.
enough?
They're gonna have a lot of like minus armor if the game progresses to that point with the Reality Rift and the Weave.
Yeah, but if the game gets long enough where Lion is level 25, it's just over.
10
Got that
seconds
AoE.
remaining.
It doesn't multi-kill illusions.
Oh, well.
Pugna can drain and insta-kill them though with Aghanims. Well, you have to wait for the tick of the
No,
drain.
but it does multi-kill illusions if you don't, as long as you don't target an illusion, right?
I don't remember exactly
It's
how
because
you're
it-
not gonna get level 25 online. But yeah.
Lion.
yeah,
I think
it's-
it's like if you
it's
drain
weird.
an illusion,
Priority.
it doesn't do it because it doesn't technically
I
drain,
think
it
you're right.
stops. But if you're able to get the full suck off, then it...
Yeah, I think then if you put on the real hero.
But you're right, he's not
and-
going to get 25.
Yeah, he's not gonna. He probably won't get.
So you think, dude. That's the whole strat.
Just the power level of the lion, just force feed him tomes.
Well, what's that new talent lion has? Was it level 20 he gets the extra
300 finger damage.
Well, is that level 20 or 50?
20.
Is it 20? We might see that.
I don't know what the other one is.
We might get to that.
I know that was recently changed.
be.
'Cause I just saw it. So I think I don't remember who was playing. I think PPD was playing it and I saw it.
If it's like previous game though, Vici had
They banned the sniper. Vici
their finger
banned
on the
it.
power button.
Well, that's a pretty good ban from what we've seen so far in this series.
Yeah, it's
Why? Why not just let them re-roll it again?
Yeah,
You
they
beat
did
it
lose
once.
with it last game, yeah.
It was a risky beat, though. You know, a lot of things went right.
Hmm.
There's always a chance something could go
10
wrong.
seconds
Why risk
remaining.
it? Make them think about it.
CK versus Undying in the lane. This is pretty scary now. You know, Undying Pugna, the last time they were able to they were able to like do a lot in that off lane to pressure the Pugna lane. This time Sanking Dazzle and CK, you get reality rifted in, you're pretty much dead under a stun and a Dazzle heal bomb, even if you're Undying. It's a very, very strong lane coming out from Newbee with that tri lane.
Juice, man.
Medusa. Yep.
Yep, that's like the really good hero versus the CK.
Is that
Stone-
because the Agnum Scepter and the snakes?
The Stone Gaze, I think, just in general. I haven't seen many people build the Axe, but I think it can work both versus the Illusion heroes, yeah. It just insta-kills them, so... I don't know where the hell Medusa is, but it's banned, so there it is.
5 seconds remaining.
Any predictions for last one? We got 1 minute.
1 minute.
1 minute. I would like to see a little bit more of some late game, potentially. They have a very kind of early to mid lineup.
We don't know who's mid yet on either team.
They could go all in. We could see like a Quappy. That would be able to get some major power into this game, huh?
Are we expecting this puck to be mid or off lane and the Sand King to be 4 or 3?
Sanking 4, Puck I'm pretty sure is off lane, I think.
All right. And then
Yeah, I'll
Mirana
be the
mid.
mid when
That'll
it
be the
presses.
mid Marana,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mirana.
Fioni.
Not a bad pick. Arrows in the Chrono. Pretty good.
Arrows and Zero strikes.
Pretty good.
Been pretty underwhelmed by the Marana course, but this is different when it's playing mid instead of like
10
safe lane, which we saw last time, which was just no bueno.
5
You have at least like the range to deal with the Pugna, because Pugna's a very high ranged hero if it is. I mean, it's probably more than likely not mid, but you're also diffusal carrier on Marana to deal with that hero.
Is this an OD game again?
It's not bad.
It's not bad, yeah. It's pretty good actually, this game, and they have that infinite sustain that we talked about last time with Essence Aura, with Pugna and Undying if they do want to do something like that.
Yeah.
And it's great versus Shallow Grave, right? You Shallow Grave somebody, the OD just astrals them and they die right after the grave finishes. Let's say.
Templar
They go for TA.
It's TA.
Oh, Templar Assassin.
Switching it up.
That's on your side, someone over there.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Yep, that's a pretty strong lane for TA.
So the winner of this game, and therefore the winner of this series, will have the rest of the day off and have to play again tomorrow. Goes into the winner bracket, because today we only have the lower bracket and the other 2 teams, of course. So who gets the rest of the day off? What do you think, Will?
Newbee. I'm finally going to pick against Vici.
Okay.
I'm going to say Newbee's going to do it this game.
Oh,
It's a tough one.
yeah, I'm gonna go with Newbee too. I feel like the Undying was a surprise pick. Now they kind of know what that strategy is and they can plan around it. So I'll go Newbee too.
Sure, you're going to make it 3 for 3?
Yeah, because I've been going for Newbie
All day.
all 3 games so far.
Loyal.
Why stray now? But I mean, I was wrong previous game, so I might be wrong this game as well. We might all be wrong this game. We're gonna find out if we are wrong and who will take this game number 3 over to ODPixel and Fogged.
Thank you very much, and indeed, Game 3 coming up now for Vici-Gaming and Newbee. We'll see a little bit of difference with these final few picks.
Yeah.
Ori on the TA this time round, SCCC on his Marana rather than the Sniper. And what are we reckoning? We heard, Blitz saying feels like it's worth getting on Vici-Gaming's hype train, and after seeing the performance in Game 2, I can absolutely understand that.
Did Will say Vici?
Oh,
No, he
I
said
thought you
Newbee.
did well.
Yeah, he said Newbee. I thought so.
That's what you said you were going to go against Newbee.
I like Newbee's draft. I'm always a little skeptical about the Marana, but SCCC, he's one of the players that can definitely make it work. But I like this CK pick, and I like their tri lane a lot. Like this, that's the difference of this game compared to the last game. The last game, the Pugna got so much room to just farm up. This time around, Undying and Pugna can just die if they move out of position. You get reality rifted, like I mentioned in the draft, and you can just get heal bombed and bursted from that lockdown from the Sanking too. So it's a lot harder for them to get anything out of that one. And now I do hear Lanem doing the taunting.
He's got the taunt this time. Yeah, the hotkey mismap last game.
He must have.
Now he's got the map.
Lion's a bit of a hard hero to play as well for Vici, and the TA can be a little bit difficult. It's a great matchup in the lane versus the Mirana, of course. But Mirana can get the right clicks going because you have that like big range advantage over Templar Assassin with that 630 to break the refractions. And I think what they wanted to be able to do is be able to push lanes out effectively with the Templar Assassin and be able to capitalize and take Roshan, because their lineup really couldn't take Rosh that well. Now TA can actually do that. They can actually farm Ancients properly, which they couldn't before either. It just gives them more of a contingency plan this time around rather than having OD. Well, I still did like the OD. KP starting out with Orb of Venom on this puck, and they are positioning themselves into kind of like an aggressive pseudo tri-lane at the moment, maybe just trying to get a first blood with the Sanking Dazzled puck. Unable to find anybody, but puck still sitting on the rune.
Yep, they'll be able to get 3 of the 4 of them here.
Yeah, that's quite nice for Newbee, and they get themselves nice wards as well. I believe that blocks the pull, so there will not be a pull for the Lion, and that really hurts Lion, because as Will was saying, Lion needs levels in order to be able to really be good, because Lion is pretty weak in the laning phase, and they also get that mid ward, which is unexpected. So the Mirana will be able to always right-click the Templar Assassin and like keep the lane management, you know, pulling the lane back and whatnot, breaking the refraction. So let's see how this top lane does. Eyes on 11 and Lanem if they can actually do that same stuff that they did the last game, where they made so much space for the Pugna to get high levels. Reality Rift right away though. This is the decrep.
Doesn't really offer him much.
Oh, the heal was...
He missed.
He was still decrept.
Oh, it must have only just been. It looked like the decrep had worn off. It must have been, yeah, the same
Faith?
time. And yeah, Faith just gets turned around upon. It's going to be Vici-Gaming claiming the first play. In fact, Kaka, I think they're going to be able to get the Sanking as well, or at least bring him very close to dying. He's falling...
One more hit.
Incredibly low. Decrep with the decay. Dazzle is back though with the heal, so it looks like Kaka will be saved. Well
played by 11 with the decrep play, but Faith looks like he... I don't know if he got like blocked or like the pathing, his pathing went absolutely crazy there. He just like walked into the creeps back and forth, got hit multiple times, and the thing you have to watch out for when you're playing versus Undying is you can't get multi-hero decayed. No. They got like 3-man decayed and then 2-man decayed. A bit difficult for them, so right away Vici off to a good start in that top lane. Nice decrep play coming out from 11. To not let his Undying die to the Reality Rift heal combo.
At the moment in the mid lane, slightly here for Ori by the looks of it. Coming out on top against STCC in this early 1v1.
To be expected.
This rotation coming in from Kaka. Apply a bit of heat, make it more trickier for Ori to keep up. See where Kaka wants to head. Maybe he wants to go all the way down to bottom. Could try and make something happen with KP. Up top. 9 and 11 back in position to put the harassment back onto Moogie's Chaos Knight. Try and slow him down.
And this like completely changes like the entire thing of the game, right? Because we were saying that this tri-lane is going to really do great versus Vici's dual lane up top, and now it's completely different. The story of the game has changed already. This Pugna is going to get so much space top with the pressure, already with an Orb of Venom, already with the Magic Wand finished, and Sanking has kind of bailed. Kaka goes bottom. So I think Vici's looking pretty good now in the lanes because this Pugna is going to get a lot of space. Mid lane's going to win, of course, and Void should farm bottom lane versus the puck just fine. So they're kind of winning, almost like kind of three lanes in a way. Top lane, of course, the CK is going to farm, but the fact that Pugna's just getting levels, and that's really relevant to just be able to keep that harassment on the CK. Look at the right clicks coming out, just beating Moogie down to half HP with the Orb of Venom.
Kaka down on this bottom. It's very hard really for him to do too much. Now, it does now hit the level 2, so step up what they do here. Already bursting down Paparazzi a bit, but mentally with the time up there, we're now looking for the response. That's the stun onto KP. Paparazzi won't chase. In fact, it's going to be Kaka moving in. They want to try and get the Lion out of the 2. The easier kill for sure. They're bringing him down low. With the chase, Kaka should be able to find him, and indeed he does. Newbee will be able to punish the Lion at least, taking Femra out. Up top, though, Moogie getting forced back. Kaka, right with this chase down, bringing Paparazzi very, very low. Does have the Sow prepared and ready, so he'll be able to keep himself in the lane.
Yeah, they're winning all 3 lanes, though, for Vici. Kaka gets a nice kill there, of course, on the Lion, but yeah, this is really not good for Newbee at the moment. I think the Pugna's going to get level 4, then they have 2-2 on Pugna, and Lanem has already got the... He's probably going to go 2 in Decay, 2 in Soul Rip, and that's a lot of burst damage. Bottom. And bottom now, KP in some trouble. One more hit. He's able to actually hide in the fog here. Creeps are blocking Paparazzi. Paparazzi's
he's in trouble.
Is he gonna die? He's gonna die.
The mana's gonna be there in any second. He's got the mana now, KP, for one nuke. Oh, and oh man, that's gonna feel so bad for Paparazzi. He did dive deep, to be fair. But yeah, KP over the moon with that one. A kill just pretty much handed to him there.
They need that. They need him to get a good lane bottom, since the other two lanes aren't going so great. SCCC though, mid lane, that Mirana's doing quite well with the double Wraith Band versus that Templar Assassin.
Yeah, he's keeping up to an extent. Of course, yeah, Ori with the lead, but yeah, not getting speed as hard as
top lane, be. Getting a ton of damage onto
Look at this mid lane as well. Dyer coming in with the rotation, straight in onto Ori. Has got the refraction, trying to run it out of there. No points to the Maljet, of course.
And Mugi's going to die to the Orb of Venom tick.
Okay. So both movements getting a kill. Both cores losing their lives.
Yeah. The damage coming out from the level 2 Decrep and Soul Rip plus the blast is just too much. And once they get some Arcane Boots online, which they will soon, they'll be able to do very well. The Shrine is up, so it looks like Kaka and Faith are actually camping the Shrine, waiting for Lanem and 11 to go toward that to heal. They should be able to kill 11 with this surprise here. They have a ward on the high ground too. This is a great play coming up.
Yeah, surely there's no way 11 gets to this Shrine.
He should get brought down here. Yeah, here we go. He's walking right into them. Very dead.
Lanem, unlikely that they can get him as well. He has got the Shrine. And surely, I mean, he's just manning up, and yeah, there we go. With the Shrine popped. I mean, at Newbee, I guess at least they wanted that. They wanted to make sure that it was used.
Yeah, and he knows now, though, that there's a ward on that high ground. Buys the Sentry instantly. He's going to be able to de-ward it. They bring it up with the Pugna, put on the high ground, and that's dead. Ob's ward.
Trackles now done for Kaka. They themselves Newbee. Shining up. Looking for the stack. And they've got it. Ancient stacked up there. Keeping the efficiency high. Overall, 41 and 11 CS. Top of the board for Ori's TA. Has the TA got any Ancient stacks going on yet? Doesn't look like it doesn't. No Ancient stacks yet over on the side of Vici-Gaming for Ori.
Still already level 7.
Sure.
Top lane. We've got the tri-lane, but now there's a lot of levels on the Pugna, and also Lanem, and look at this, Kaka dropping super low. He's going to die to the decay.
It's such a hard couple of heroes to go on for Newbee, and in fact, Mugi, he's got to be careful about this.
They've got the puck, though. Good rotation.
Yeah,
Lanem gets the cleanup.
Mugi. This is a lot of chaos that this Pugna Undying duo is causing. I mean, sure, you do eventually get the Pugna, but it cost you, you know, he had to rotate KP in, he commits the Dream Coil, you still end up losing your carry. Yeah, this Pugna Undying lane just seeming to be a bit of a nightmare for Newbee to deal with.
So much magic burst. And so many ways to survive too, like the decrep and everything, and the heals coming out from the Soul Rip.
Ori as well. If you can take some
oh, that's a nice, juicy triple right there for him.
Looks like he's going to get away with most of it.
As Triple C walks in though, he's got the max Starfall, so at least he's going to actually clean it all out.
Indeed, they do recover it here, Newbee. On the lane, Paparazzi getting a lot of space though with all these movements. KP going up to the top lane.
We have
what?
William and Shiver and Slacks, and then we're back to the game.
Okay. Thanks for that, Stray.
Play the game.
Overall, again, this is pretty much what we've had in the first couple of games as well, just 8 minutes in. Nothing getting too out of hand for either side in the lanes.
Pugna's fat though. Pugna's very farmed and already level 6.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, that's and the Mugi is falling behind. Yeah, that's the top lane definitely being the one where there's been the biggest swing in favour of Vici-Gaming. I can start to put some pressure on this tier 1 tower. Mugi does have backup.
Trying to guarantee this top lane, trying to help it out. The arrow connects, the Starfall, easy kill.
That's what they need, to instantly nuke down the Pugna. And in fact, with that Burrow Strike, they're going to get Lanem as well. Fantastic rotation from SCCC, setting up and punishing Vici-Gaming for how they've started to set up camp on this top lane. Getting the double kill. Emra's still going to hang around, but he is alone. Just be looking for the XP, not much they can do. As just a level 4 on the Lion.
Such low armor on Pugna. Reality Rift into just some right clicks from the Mirana and just gets shredded after the Starfall connects. Top lane though, now Mugi. There's a threat. Fenrir tries to go for something. Mugi's aware though, backs away. Already starting to stack his own Ancients. Gonna build a farm a triple stack up soon whenever he chooses to do so. How's Paparazzi doing? Been kind of quiet down here after that one death that he did have. Just trying to farm up, get that Mask of Madness. Smoke now coming from Newbee. Continuing to try to get that, alleviate that pressure off of the top lane because that tower is dropping. And it's 4-hero rotation versus 3. Vici could be in some trouble if they get caught here, but they seem to know. They back off. Did they scan to actually catch anybody? I saw they did use it, but I didn't see where it was.
Yeah, I don't think it quite did, but they are seeming to be slightly well. I mean, Vici-Gaming. Lanham's on the front, and he's still going to get caught out deep by that instant stun. And at the end of the day, the Decrep doesn't really end up helping too much. He gets bursted down quite a little bit instantly with the turnaround Soul Rip, and now Paparazzi.
But they don't have a crazy amount of follow-up.
It does hold them back, though. And Newbee, they will still move in. They do still have the Dream Coil. Young 11 getting brought down low. Femrit comes in with the stun. Now Moogie with the wraparound. Brings in the Pugner. Takes down one. They have lost SCCC. Burrow Strike again. Coming in. Connecting onto Femrit. Does get healed by the Soul Rip. It's not enough to keep him alive. Faith still surviving. Finally drops there's the Decay. Gets him post-Shallow Grave. They're moving in Newbee incredibly aggressively. Ori's actually being able to TP up, and now he's joined the fight. They drag back Lanham. Lanham still surviving somehow with these Decays. Finally, he gets nuked down by KP, picks up the triple. Ori dodges the stun there from the Chaos Knight, but now Newbee come back in upon him. Kaka with the Sandstorm, removing those refraction charges, actually gets popped down there by the side blades. KP, can he get himself back and involved? There's already got the return as SCCC as he's back in the fight. TP's across, they take down the TA, and now they're chasing down for more, but look who's in, Lanham. Respawns, TP's back up to the lane. And an incredibly chaotic fight there between the two sides. I mean, as you can see, pretty much everyone's dying there.
9 heroes dead in the top lane at the 10-minute mark.
What the heck is going on? I mean, overall, as you can see, according to the numbers, Newbee, the ones coming out on top.
12 tread switches there by Paparazzi in that fight.
We'll see it again here when it all kicked off. Lanham.
This decrep was actually quite beautiful.
It did only work it out. It takes a huge amount for the Starfall because of it, but it's, as long as it doesn't kill him, he's great. The Soul Rip heal, back up to full. Just a shame for Vici-Gaming that they couldn't really do much off the back of that Chrono. They had to start backing away, and KP causing a huge issue for them in this fight. Picks up the triple kill. Lanham doing lots as well. Just look how long Lanham is able to survive on this Undying. Every time you think that he's kind of going to be tipped over the edge, he does not fall. And Newbee making a good job, though.
Mid lane right now, getting engaged.
Leading from Femrit with the finger as well. SCCC gets popped. May just be able to take that tier 1 as well in the middle lane. So we see just the wrap up of this replay. And finally goes down with KP using the last of his tank.
KP and SCCC are the saving graces for Newbee at the moment, but they're still falling. They're starting to fall a bit behind. That's like, as soon as they saw KP top, you see like the Chrono comes out, they drop the one blast, and they're like, oh god, there's a puck here. And they all try to like, they pretty much like doubt the split to try to not get caught by a multi-hero coil. And top tower now, easily cleaned up by Vici. And Templar Assassin does her Ancients.
And there's the Blink Dagger. Now on Ori. KP very close to his own Blink as well, off the back of that last successful fight for him. 6-0-2 on the puck, giving us a very, very solid and high off-lane puck performance, yeah.
He's going to be able to claim this tower. Yep. Blink Dagger here.
See where they want to head next, but yeah, indeed, as you say, just the fact that overall there's that slightly better farm on the cores of Newbee. Ori in particular.
Lanham puts a big circle in his jungle. He's like, this is not safe. Don't go into our jungle for the time being. They have invaded because they have all the wards top side. They don't see anybody on the side of Newbee. They know their positioning. So Lanham is just going to farm mid. And he does the same build as last game. 2 Decay, 2 Soul Rip, then goes 2 for the Tombstone and 1 in the Flesh Golem. And now he will max the Tomb. Top lane Faith. Gets the Grave, gets the TP out. No stun from the Templar Assassin and Pugna. But they will be able to continue that siege in the top lane.
Yep, and looks like Newbee, other than a fortification, they want to send more up for it. It looks like it doesn't matter. Vici a little spooked. Going to back away. Newbee working a fair bit of damage onto the tier 1 mid. And Vici know that they can actually keep it alive for the moment being. As they head over. Clear the wave out, bottom lane, Paparazzi. Going for the Shadow Blade, of course, similar to the last game's builds, making sure that he has the chance to catch some of these more elusive cores like the Puck and the Mirana before they're able to jump and jaunt away.
Mugi still on the road to recovery. No, not quite having the armlet just yet, about 400 gold off or so. He'll have it quite soon though, at least. And that'll be really helpful for him to actually be able to take fights. Newbee. Smoke that. They actually make their way into the pit. This is a pretty neat Roche that they've got going on here. The invis comes out from Newbee. The arrow actually connects on Lanem.
That's a good start, but the Crepify is not going to save him. Good amounts of magical nuke.
So they wanted to go for the Flesh Golem plus the TA. You get the amp damage from the Flesh Golem on the Roshan. You're able to bring it down quite fast, but Newbee very aware of what's going on there. Fast rotations coming out. Now they're starting to clear their own Ancient. 5-man Shrine, maximum efficiency. And that should be what? That should be Mugi's armlet just about done in 100 more gold. I didn't notice how high level the Dazzle is. Dazzle was the same level as the Pugna, or is the same level as the Pugna. So Faith, keeping it up. 1, 2, and 6.
Young 11's falling behind a little bit in the net worth after. It's quite a successful lane up top. But it definitely is.
Has died a bunch. He's been kind of the suicidal one. Kaka going for a big play here onto 11 here with the Epi. Can they close the gap? They cannot with the stun from
Oh, so close as well. Good TP out indeed from 11. No hesitating. And Vici to maintain that control around the Roche pit. Questionable whether they want to go back in as of yet, as they know that Newbee is still going to be on pretty high alert in terms of...
They've got Golem up again. They want to commit for it again with the meld. Dies fairly quickly, like we were saying, you know, the amp damage from Fresh Golem and the minus armor.
Newbee can get involved.
They are all weaved too. That Dazzle weave starts to add up pretty quickly. And KP with the Blink Dagger, however, there is a Pugna ward, making it a lot harder to fight near that Roche pit, taking lots of damage.
Well, they do get the arrow onto the TA, and in fact, Mugi's able to drag Lanham off to the side. Lanham just gets taken down immediately. Burrow Strike comes through. Dreamcore's there onto 2 as well. Paparazzi lays down the Chrono, holds back the 2 of them. Ori just trying to finish off Roche, but KP jumps in. The ward nuking him down low. They are going to be able to get the snatch. KP gets the steal, and Newbee are cleaning up. Triple kill for SCCC. They'll get Young 11 as well, as KP jumps forward, takes him down with the illusory orb. And KP coming in right close to that Roche, just to the right time at the end, getting that snatch. Fantastic puck play.
Ruh-roh.
Look at this again.
This was really Mugi right here, pulling the Undying out of the pit because they get the vision from the arrow for the moment. And then the beautiful Dream Call Paparazzi. There's no damage on top of it.
It was a nice Chrono there to try and hold them back, but KP just being able to sneak around the sidelines. And look, that phase shift, making sure that the Void couldn't take him down in time. He just grabs the Aegis with his last bit of health. And certainly with that, there's no chance of Vici-Gaming taking the fight.
If Lanem dies like that in the beginning, like you look at the lineup, and the front liner for Vici is the Undying. So the fact that he dies there makes it really problematic for them. And here they go again.
Just goes into the 3-man silence. They drag Young 11 back. He can't react at all. He's gone. Tombstone's dropped down, but Newbee just eliminates it immediately. Vici-Gaming, can they actually fight this? They do have Femra from behind. Gets the 2-man stun. Ori moving in. Dreamcore, no, catches 3th, and they have to back off. The stun's there onto Lana. They drag back the Undying with the Rift. Quick Hex from Femra, though. Make sure the Mugi can't get out the instant damage to bring down the Undying. Femra, though, now paying for his sins, stunned up, dragged back. They do lose Mugi, but the overall side of Newbee continues to onslaught. Vici-Gaming taking down Ori. KP now on a godlike streak on this puck. They'll find the tier 2 tower.
KP is playing super well this game.
Look how much money he's got, straight up 2.6k in the bank. 18 minutes in on top of the Blink Dagger. This is an incredibly rich off-lane puck.
Yeah, 11 for having such a pretty good start in the laning phase and everything too. He's unable to really be in the fray. That's what we were talking about with like the puck sanking being picked first too. It seems like they kind of started getting the feel of Vici really just loves this Pugna hero, and now they have ways to deal with it. Sanking incredibly good, and then Puck is probably one of the best versus the Pugna because you have all magic damage abilities and 2 different ways to stop the life drain with the Dream Coil as well as the Waning Rift. So 11 actually barely even been casting the life train in the engagements, only being at 800 HP. Didn't actually skill the talent for the 225 HP, grabbed the Nether Ward for that last Roche engagement. Blink Dagger on Kaka with the Staff of Wizardry. They're starting to accrue a massive amount of items, and look at this. It's a Dagon already finished on the puck.
Oh, this is just perfect against these sort of defensive decrepit fires that Young Eleven's been trying to go for in the fights.
You like solo kill the Pugna right now. Yeah, Pugna skips the 225 HP again, gets the 4th point in the Nether Ward, so 890 or 920 HP Pugna, definitely dead to a full spell combo of the puck.
So what they can do here, Newbee.
Vici.
Smoking up. Vici, yeah, they do at the high ground. SCCC knows that he's
Oh,
just
leap
going to
right
jump
in.
straight in. He's like, right, boys, I know you're up here. Let's try and have a fight. It may get turned around upon him, though. Does pop the Manta Star, but he's already taken the finger damage, trying to get himself away. He's not going to make it, and with the Chrono down on the back lines, catching out the Dazzle, that's 2 gone on Newbee. SCCC there with an incredibly sort of bullish leap up to the high ground, blindly into them. I mean, he knows they're there because the smoke dispels. Maybe he just felt super confident that they could take a fight from a very disadvantaged position, but it did not go their way at all. Just losing 2 heroes straight up like that and finding nothing in return.
At last.
I'm trying to think why he would just, like, after his smoke break, right? He did that blink was, that leap was crazy. I don't know. I'm trying to think, like, maybe he wanted to leap and bait some spells so that Faith can get the grave off and then they can try to turn around, but no, he's just leaping in. He's leaping into a very scary lineup to get in the middle of.
Yeah, there's a
definitely a
decent
mistake.
amount of catch, and I mean, sure, he's got a Manta, that's nice, but
Yeah,
it's hardly a hero that you can just throw in on the front lines and expect to walk out of a fight.
quite painful. And, you know, they did have a small advantage coming into that, but after that fight now, it's pretty much evened out for Vici. And, you know, they're not, Newbee is not in a position where they can play that like that. This Templar Assassin is still absolutely massive. Blink, Desolator, and a very good time. Level 17, the highest level in the game by 3 levels.
Yeah.
Still a very farm Templar Assassin. Once TA gets BKB, much more of a threat too versus these heroes of Newbee. Paparazzi, Shadowblade finished up. He can actually get himself into position to get those chronos.
What can he do here? He's on his own. And he'll actually TP away from this one. Sees Kaka, knows that there's going to be backup with them. Looks to join the rest of his team back over the top half of the map. TP back from Kaka towards the tier 2, looking to hold it. KP as well retreating. They know that the push is coming in from Vici-Gaming on this top lane, and Newbee want to take the fight. Jump off from Kaka, 2-man burrow strike. That's a great way to start it off. They drag back the Pugna. He's got the epicenter run down, bringing Lanham down very low. There's the Dream Coil coming in. Lanham does get the heal off with the Sorry, but there's the Chrono. Oh, Paparazzi, he's caught a couple of his own members. We'll see. It might not matter as they do sort of focus down Mugi. Chances there though for Faith to get off the shallow grave.
Oh, the heal bomb.
Just stays alive, and with the urn and the armlet toggle, he's going to live. Double kill for Mugi, thanks to that incredible save from Faith.
That heal bomb from Faith on that Phantasm, plus the damage, of course, from just the illusions.
Well, Lanham.
Paparazzi gets shredded. Lanham lived during all that.
Yeah, he did. He got. If he went down as well at the start of that, I think Vici-Gaming could have very well lost a couple more of their teammates.
I think, so inside that chrono, I think that Ori actually got arrowed by SCCC, so he couldn't actually contribute any damage inside of it. During that entire engagement, he was stunned.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Still up and down, but slightly for Newbee. Ori does continue, though, to be absolutely massive on this TA. See where he does need to go next, because we've got the BK on him. Yeah, so yeah, just getting the BKB. It'll do a whole lot of good against this team.
Yeah, it's still mostly magic oriented.
And as you say, as long as he can get out that physical whilst Paparazzi gets the chrono, they should be golden in the fights Vici-Gaming.
Yeah, if in like a you know, perfect world, let's say the CK does get very farmed later on, as long as the Pugna has Aghanims and they can get good positioning on the chronos, Phantasm can kind of become a non-factor if they're in the right position. You know, he can just drain, 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 drain if he's standing well distanced.
Illusion.
However, you know, we've seen what a farmed CK can do when he just starts running at people and getting out of control, just one-shots everybody. 11 walking up, KP looking to try to go for a pick-off here, but now Pugna's a bit tankier with that point booster and with the 225 HP talent.
Can't really do that one on his own. He bags up. Fenrir getting a bit of space and farm on the line, down bottom. And then he has his own Blink Dagger. And very key in this as well, just catching out Faith or catching out KP on the puck.
Catching out KP, the instant disable is really important versus a puck. And like, this is where Lion doesn't see as much gameplay, is because you take so long to actually be top actually to catch the Pugna pushing up a bit too far. But this Lion is a very hard hero to play because it's like you don't really contribute a massive amount of team fight. Your ulti has such a long cooldown. Once you get Blink, it makes it a lot easier to set up those kind of disables.
So if they want to smoke up or anything with that Blink purchase, I mean, Roshan's going to be the part where it probably kicks off to a large extent again. A couple of about a minute and a half before Roshan is back there.
Full BKB on Ori, level 20 as well, gets the damage talent. So he's sitting pretty hard now on TA. And there we go, the smoke comes out. Not under vision either. And we have to remember that during all this, Ori always does have traps all over the place because it's a TA, and 2 of them just got dewarded in the pit. So they kind of had a small idea of where some Newbee heroes were, but now the rest of them are positioned on that right side.
So they've got to watch Mugi and face the position.
One
of them's not good enough. Ooh, Fenrir, I mean, he goes in very, very aggressively there, blinking under the tower. I mean, Phantasm has been popped here by Mugi. Paparazzi just hiding in the tree line, looking for the chance to get the chrono. There was a ward down, but instantly gets dewarded. Now they know. Very good awareness there. Kaka blinking into the trees, gets the stun onto Paparazzi. Now Lannon comes in with a fresh column. Mugi just gets stunned up, chain stun there. And the physical damage, of course, from Ori and the boys. Too much for this CK to deal with. That is Mugi out of the fight for 45 seconds. Roshan's still not up, though, unfortunately for Vici-Gaming. They will have to just move down the mid lane, maybe just settle for a tier 2 off the back of that, but still maintaining good control. And again, like just Mugi just gets blown up in that fight.
He can't be the one to run in and start the kind of fight. They need KP to get like a perfect initiation. They knew where Paparazzi was, kind of, but I don't think that they were like, it was like 100% like, I think he's here, you know? I think.
Yeah. There was someone was spam pinging the heck out of it.
SCCC is getting pretty farmed. Level 20 is where you get your big threshold on the Mirana too, because you get a couple items accrued, but then you get that 50 damage talent, which really makes up for Mirana's lack. Yeah. Diffuse will also finish now too, to be able to deal with that Pugna. So I'm surprised. This is like totally random, but I'm surprised you can't actually purge the Nether Ward in Dota 2, because in Dota 1 you could just use purge and it killed the Nether Ward instantly. But in Dota 2,
dude, that'd be OP, wouldn't it?
I mean, I guess
never.
It was a thing.
Pugna's pretty broken. Yeah, screw him. Make that a feature again.
No, don't. I like that. I don't like it. Here we go. Paparazzi ready to try to find a Chronosphere coming out. They get the insta hex onto KP, and that's a godlike streak going for Ori.
That's a lot of dollar. 800.
Hey, look, KP dies so fast if he doesn't get like the phase shift off. If he gets insta disabled, and Roche is up, and that's Aegis Cheese, and this is gonna die no problem with the Meld, Deso, and Flesh.
Can they try and? I mean, they are gonna head over. They're looking to contest. They are one man down. Arrow's not going to make the connection. Roshan low. Can Newbee make a steal? Last time it was KP to do it. Without him, can they do anything spectacular? Kaka goes forward with the bow strike. Gets himself out of the pit on the side. They do manage to pick Lanham apart. That's Lanham down. There's the Chronosphere. Paparazzi holding them outside of the pit. They've lost a second member on Newbee. There's the stun from Fenrir and the finger. Bringing Mugi down low. Ori's got the BKB. He's ready to try and clean up. Chasing down Kaka. Jumps forward. Has got the Sandstorm. They don't have the detection.
KP's respawning in 5. That's the big thing that Newbee really needs. Disable coming out from Fenrir.
It's got Kaka there. Again with these Sandstorms. This time he is under the vision of the Sentry Ward. So 11 will be able to take him down, but indeed KP's back in the neighborhood. Or he's going to go straight back into Roshan. Because he doesn't have a BKB Dream Call. Only going to hold on to Young 11. They look for the arrow follow-up. Connection isn't going to be there. Just the 2 members of Newbee here. In fact, KP is able to jump and he bursts down Fenrir on the back lines. He gets him with the Dagon.
This Roche is so low. 1k HP.
So low. TP starting to come back in towards those shrines. Ori's back in the pit. SCCC, KP going, can he get
KP snatches it again.
A second time in the game. KP takes the Aegis. Now, at the back of last time, Newbee were able to win the fight off it. Can they do so again this time? They need more teammates. They're TPing over.
Where's the cheese? Did anyone get it or did it get denied? I don't see a cheese anywhere. KP at least grabbed the Aegis, but I am not seeing a cheese on anybody.
KP 2 times in one game.
Dire's top tower has
I'm not sure on the stats if we've got Knoxville around today, I don't know, but the times that an Aegis has been snatched twice by the same person in a game, that's not going to be that frequent at all.
KP's playing his heart out right now. Fenrir in that last engagement is suffering of what happens with Lions too, is you run out of mana at one point because your spells are so expensive.
Bottom lane, it's going to be scanned out. Vici-Gaming know that someone's in the neighborhood, so Kaka has to be careful.
Did we see what happened with the cheese, by the way, or no? Not at all. I don't think so, right?
I
couldn't see in the middle of all the fight.
We've got a replay of that, but it looks like we've got to focus on the action.
Yeah, that's fine. It's not the biggest deal. Smoke
someone might have just popped it straight away.
I think someone may have just used it instantly as soon as they grabbed it.
There we go, Vici-Gaming. They do have the Chronosphere, but Newbee are sort of on the high ground. There's the jump up Fenrir. Oh, that stun holds them back, and then that allows KP to get the silence in. Paparazzi can't get off the instant chrono. Dream Coil as well. They're backing off, but they've lost the Sand King. That's one down on Newbee. They still have the Chronosphere available for Papa.
Man, the amount of vision that Tombstone gives in the fights now, it's crazy. Now I'm really like looking at it and noticing it. They see so much every time it gets planted down.
I'll be able to pick it up though.
There we go, Pugna Aghanim's, and Templar Assassin finishes up the Orchid. And is there Yule's anything finished for KP? No, KP does not have a defensive item to deal with that silence.
Still trying to find that Lincoln's, yeah.
So he's actually pretty susceptible to getting brought down from it.
Mugi nearly has the full heart. Those Phantasms going to be very strong in the fights. Unless, of course, they are, as you say, dispelled and taken down. And the methods that Vici-Gaming do have.
Yeah.
26 and 19, very close. Less than a 1k gold lead for Vici-Gaming. Definitely they're going to be showing some signs of frustration though. A couple of times they've tried to take that Aegis and they're not getting it. If they had an Aegis, could have taken some tier 2s, may have even had the chance to threaten the high ground.
KP's really coming in clutch.
Slowing down the pace beautifully. Giving the time that Mugi needs to become that massive Chaos Knight.
TA ate the cheese. I was waiting to see what they said. Okay. Thank you, Twitch chat. I was waiting to see if you guys
Twitch chat's always right.
I thought I saw somebody eat it, but there's a lot of action happening. Can't see everything, guys. But thank you.
Wow, Twitch chat could see everything.
Yeah, much obliged.
They're better than us, Bob. I'm handing in my resignation.
12,000 eyes are better than one.
See what they can do here. Looking for 11. How about that by a quick stun? KP still going to try for the chase. Gets the Dream Coil down. Fenrir quick with the TP out. If they got anything to cancel that, they don't. They will be able to find the Pugna. Pugna gone for 50. Paparazzi does not want to commit here. Time walks away.
At least the only thing they really have to deal with is this very farm TA. I mean, the Void has some farm, but the Pugna dies so fast as soon as she gets focused. And now, Mugi's online. Heart with the level 3 Phantasm.
Let's see if they can break the high ground. You be ready to go. Paparazzi
gets the illusion proc on Mugi as well, so he's got the many horses of the apocalypse.
Missed up this Paparazzi tries to chrono, does catch 2 on the back lines. Look at Ori as well, straight looking for the support, trying to get Faith out of this fight. Turns now towards SCCC, but they have put down Faith. Ori now is sort of surrounded. There's a lot of illusions still working away. Ori has to back up. They'll take the tier 3 tower. They've lost Lanham.
That is not what Paparazzi wanted. He wanted the CK inside of the Chronosphere, but the Phantasm, or the Reality Rift, pulls him out of it.
Kaka?
Oh, the stun clips KP.
KP goes in as well. That's the Aegis gone. I mean, they got the racks. They got what they wanted to come for. But they may pay a little heavier than they thought they would. Can KP get his way out of this one? Goes for the TP anyway to get in and cancel it. No, he's safe. KP. Straight out in the trees, straight out back to base. So it is just at the end of the day, Kaka sort of throwing his life away off the back of that. But yeah, overall, Newbee claiming that set of racks. And as you say, Paparazzi just a little bit off what could have been a perfect Chronosphere to really set up for Ori to get the damage done, get in position, and put an end to that push.
Poor Lanham dies instantly.
A prize.
Time is money. I'll take that.
Newbee finally taking a pretty decent lead coming into this now, getting that Rax, of course. It also was Ori purchased the full Bloodthorn in that engagement just before that too, so he blinked in with like the BKB and everything, and then when he's like, oh, I'm not killing anybody, he was just like, I need to get all the way back just in case, because if he dies, the game might just abruptly end right there because there's no buyback.
It really was. I mean, he was able to get Faith on the back lines, but Faith had already got out the heal and the weave, I'm pretty sure. So already the armor was starting to tick up really high for the side of Newbee. So yeah, as you say, Ori he can kill the support, but when he turns towards those cores, even with that Desolator Bloodthorn, it's just not enough when the armor's that high.
Going for a smoke.
Again, all relying on Paparazzi to find these Chronospheres. There is evasion now on SCCC, so we'll see. Ori does have the Bloodthorn to work around that, but most of the times, as we've seen, he's been having to focus the dazzle with that silence.
Newbee knows the smoke is happening. Bottom lane is pushing way too hard, and top lane is also pushing up. So they know that all the heroes on Vici are not showing. They go for their own smoke now. Mugi has the Blink Dagger too, finished on CK. And yeah, Butterfly, jeez, this Triple C, very farmed.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, Vici-Gaming off the back of their smoke, realize they're not finding anything, TP away, and in turn that does avoid this movement from Newbee. And Newbee not necessarily only moving there for a kill, I'm moving here to take this final tier 2.
Radiant's top shrine has fallen.
And see how Vici-Gaming reacts. If Vici-Gaming aren't getting the smoke initiation, they're probably just going to have to wait until the high ground defenses. What we saw last time, it's not that easy for Vici-Gaming to pull off.
Radiant's top tower
Starting to leave forward. Fenrir at the moment at the front. Actually immediately backing off. As soon as Fenrir glimmers, tries to close the gap. Newbee are out of there. Not sticking around. Making sure they don't get caught out by this pretty decent jump that the Vici-Gaming have. They head back towards the pit. Get to see when it's back up. Could potentially be quite soon if it is the shorter respawn.
Yeah, we'll find out in about 15 seconds. How the level 25's coming out. Only Templar Assassin. Taking those 3 refraction charges. Since it's only, I mean, of course the Phantasm can burn through it quickly. And I guess Poison can it a little bit in the Sandstorm, but the refraction charges
are still very good, aren't they?
Are very nice, yeah. But you still get the bonus damage even if the, you know, the defensive aspect of the refraction gets absorbed. Next item for the puck gonna be coming out it's gonna be an Aghanim's, but still ways away. That's gonna be really useful versus the Templar Assassin in the Void, of course, having such early BKBs. Paparazzi's farm has completely stopped though in the last, I mean, for quite a while he's had the same items. Trying to go for a Maelstrom to be able to push out waves better, but right now, Void and Pugna are very squishy and very susceptible to dying if they show.
Still they have it.
Arrow connects on Lanham.
They're close.
Damage from
They're playing around. We're going in on this. Lanham.
Glimmer Cape from Fenrir.
And giving that soul repeal. Straight back up to full. Roshan.
Shadows take us.
It's going to be up in 1 minute now. Kaka finding the opening, goes straight forward, gets the stun onto Paparazzi. Time walk down to the low ground. He's fired, but oh, KP. It's a nice Dream Coil. No follow up though. 4-man Dream Coil for what?
Hard place to fight. We do get the Tombstone though, so plus 200 for SCCC. Level 20 now finished up for the CK, and he actually went for the GPM. So
yeah,
we see most people go for the stats, but in this game he's expecting they go can go much later, and they can get their GPM talents to kick in both the CK and eventually we'll see KP get that 420 GPM on the puck. Probably. We do see. I've seen.
Sometimes, yeah.
S4 is the big one who takes the orb movement speed. A couple of them. The offlaners, I've seen a couple of them go for that orb movement speed.
I think in a game like this, though, yeah, especially when you've got a couple of cores that would love to have a moon shard free. You want to be getting it, but we'll see. Yeah, this speed certainly can be a lot of fun, and definitely cause a lot of panic.
Yeah, I think the Dagon 5 would be pretty lovely this game if you can get it eventually too. So now Newbee makes their way into the pit. Aegis and Cheese again. Does Vici want to go try to scout it out? They don't have any trap in the vicinity just yet. Kaka in a very good position on that high ground. They even have a ward placed too, so they see if Vici comes from one angle, but not if they come from this one.
Benre tries to go in, immediately counteracted by Kaka. Paparazzi looking for the chrono, gets 2 at the minute.
The arrow hit Ori though, he's stunned during that entire chrono.
Now he's able to come through. One quick mail strike to take down Faith. They turn their attention towards Mugi. Mugi getting bashed up here by Paparazzi. Mugi's gone.
Melted.
Drain takes him down. They've lost 2. Buyback from Mugi. They're trying to get back and involved in the fight. Kaka attempting to come in with the epicenter, but the BKB was up on Young 11. They lose the Sanking. They're going to lose SCCC potentially as well. He's slowed down, but they don't have vision. They'll turn back towards KP. KP jaunts himself out on minimal health. Now, in fact, Ori gets taken down. SCCC comes back in, beats down upon the TA.
That fight was so split up. Mugi actually having to buy back there, but he buys back, blinks in, pops Phantasm, and the Pugna just eats every single Phantasm instantly. But yeah, the arrow connects with Ori, but he's able to get into the end of that Chronosphere and clean up Faith right away. But now Ori did use his buyback.
Yeah, so really nicely done from SCCC on the side of that, turning around and being able to take that TA out.
Yeah.
Still Roshan stands. We'll see it again.
We'll see this one again. We'll see the arrow. You see Ori gets hit by it there. Paparazzi gets a pretty good Chronosphere, but it's a little bit delayed on the follow-up, of course, because of that arrow. But Lanem now actually surviving in an engagement, of course. Gets the tombstone down. Zombies are slowing down Mugi. He gets bashed up. Cleaned up nicely.
And look at this at the top left, where Ori, after this Dream Coil, he tries to go for SCCC, but nice, just neat little outplay. Quick Manta style there, duke it off the damage. He gets out, comes back in.
Yeah.
Back in real time though, the Roshan pit's already starting to be tickled around with again. Both teams in the region. I mean, are we getting to the point when the ults are back up? We are. 10 seconds until Chrono once again for Paparazzi.
No Phantasm for 50, but and there's no Epi, there's no Mirana ulti yet for 10 seconds either.
Kaka. Silenced him easy by Ori, still jumps in despite being silenced though. They're forcing them to pot the BKBs. They get the Hex off onto Kaka. Kaka's gone. Paparazzi lands the Chronos. Only locked down one of them here. Faith gets the chance to get the Grave off. Is there any way that SCCC could get out? Yes, there is. He leaps onto the high ground, gets earned and healed. They'll save SCCC. Now they're looking to go back in. The Netherward still stands. Ori jumping into the pit. KP is still around. The legendary Aegis Snatcher. He's ready for wrath.
Again!
He does it again! KP with the 3rd Aegis Snatch in this game. Oh my goodness, they're going to take the team fight off the back of it. Ori's down
has no
for
buyback.
2 minutes. Dieback on the Templar Assassin.
Okay.
3 Aegis Snatches in 1 game. That's got to be the most ever in a pro. It has to be, by a single player in 1 pro game.
They got so split up in that fight there. Mugi baited actually I think the Void and the Pugna to the left southern area. So Mugi was just like running around on the CK while his team isolated the TA and were able to clean up the rush.
Oh,
and now
this is just the cleanup, yeah, straight in, ripping Young 11s to pieces. He will buy back. Can they really hold, though, without that TA for 90 seconds still? They're going for the game.
DD Mirana as well.
Wow. Newbee looking to take the series 2-1.
All right, KP's actually a monster, though, and Young 11 dies.
Absolutely put the work in this game.
And Paparazzi's just dead to the right clicks of SCCC.
That's got buyback, but yeah, GG is called. Newbee take the series 2-1, and KP, the best Aegis Snatcher in the world. Three Aegises in 1 game, all into the hands of KP. And overall, I mean, other than the Aegis Snatchers, he had a great game. 11-1-15 on that puck. Absolutely amazing. And yeah, Vici-Gaming, they had a great game too, but game 3 didn't come together. We saw sort of similar problems as they had with the Void in game 1. Very hard for them to get that chrono that did really help them win the team fight. And Ori had a great time in terms of farm, but at the end of the day, when you have that sort of dieback situation, you're gone for a full 2 minutes, and as we saw, a lot of the team's net worth was on that TA. It was a lot of pressure on Ori. You make one slip up at the end, get outplayed like he did by Newbee, it's game over.
Yeah, Paparazzi suffered, but KP, honestly, that was absurd. Not only just the 11-1, but I mean, the game would be completely different. The game would be so...
If even just
like, one of those Aegises, but he took 3.
Yeah. Absolutely
right,
incredible. Wow. Well, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the first Chinese series of the day over. Newbee will move on. And I believe, so that means we'll be seeing VG later today as they'll be knocked down. We'll be having the losers match on as the third series of the day. I'm sure the panel will be able to tell you more about that. We have to bring them in now. We'll bring them in. And guys, what do you guys think? Great play from KP.
Yeah, there's nothing else to talk about. 3 Aegis snatches in one game and just an incredible performance. That was insane. That was... have you guys ever seen something like that?
No, as I said, I don't know what the stats like, but that 3 from by the same player
person.
in one game, that's never got to happen.
Only on a Loda Naga Siren game have I ever seen something like that.
But then you cheat, then you have the song.
Right. This
So,
was
you
pure
can just
skill.
walk up and take your time and do your thing. This was just snap.
Yeah.
In and out.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah. I have actually, my 2 first lines that I wrote down in my notebook. Vici winning all 3 lanes? Question mark. And then the second lane.
Question mark?
Question mark?
The second line is pressure on KP. Hey. And he dealt with it real well. He got a kill very early on Paparazzi that helped him along the way as well. He survived that. So he had an amazing game. All the pressure, he loved it. He just worked with it and owned with it and dominated the game.
The biggest thing for me was at every single one of the Roche fights, it was the mobility of the heroes. Yes, it was amazing that he stole it, but it was like a symphony of things that had happened. For example, at that last Roche fight, the TA gets baited by the Sand King, who's got like Yules, Blink Dagger. He's like trying to keep himself alive as long as possible. He keeps TA preoccupied on the northern side, which makes it so that the south side, the Mirana, when he gets chronoed, the Dazzle's in perfect position. He's not getting jumped on by anybody. It was just they were able to split the map so well in that regard around those Roche fights every single time. They just kept the fights going, and they made it awkward for Vici to just go in there. Because you imagine, if they have a single Aegis there, it's very difficult for the TA to die, but every single time they were able to keep things alive. That clutch grave at the last second. I mean, the Roche fights really determined this game, and they made it really clutch in that regard, but Newbee had to really fight for this one.
No, they fought well. We have a clip of the last Roche fight. At that point, they already were ahead, but they kind of sealed the deal.
Yeah.
Also, we are going to see another Aegis snatch. Spoilers.
So Sand King, he gets forced up. He's up there. He's being chased by this TA, like I was saying. And at the last second, like right as the last hit comes in, he's going to Yules himself. And during this time, they need this damage from Ori. He needs to be able to jump the Dazzle at the same time. But he's just not able to. The Grave comes out as well. Sand King, he saves his Epi. He just keeps baiting Ori. So Ori isn't really sure where he's going to go. He finally gets stunned. And during this time, again, he's just wasting his time. He pops his refraction. He's got to go back in. And they've done such a good job of just wasting as much time as possible. Now he's going to pop the ultimate. He's going to go in. He's going to create enough chaos for KP to come in here. And this is going to seal the deal for Newbee.
Yeah, just patience, man. I mean, he was just waiting on that ult for time and time until the entire team got there, and then it was perfect. He dies immediately after, but his job is done.
Yeah.
KP stealing it up, and then moving on to clean up the rest of the team. Just really, as you said, they knew exactly what they wanted to do. They were patient, and they took their time with their fights and made it work.
I mean, part of the problem is that you have one form of real lockdown aside from the chrono. Like a normal follow-up stun, which is the Lion. But the Lion can't maneuver in fights like that, like the Sand King can. Where the Sand King can force, blink, Yules himself, and he just plays around with the TA. Like as a TA player, like that's got to be so frustrating when you just can't lock down a target. You've got to use chrono just to get these one-off kills. And so, yes, the TA was very strong, but at the same time, she needs that form of this Lion where he's able to just hex in, make things easier for her so she can actually get her damage out.
Yeah, it felt like Vici struggled a little bit more this game. They couldn't really keep the tempo that they wanted to have. They needed to have a high tempo again, like they had in the second game. But I
mean, they tried.
Take off. They tried. The effort was there for sure. Just wasn't as successful. Newbee though, victorious in this best of 3, meaning they will move forward to the winners bracket. That will be played tomorrow. Lower bracket, that's where Vici-Gaming is at, and they are going to wait for their opponent, which is going to be either LFY or LGD, and that's a matchup we're going to see next. Excited?
Yeah.
Yep. I have a feeling that it's going to be either one of the L's going into that lower bracket.
Technically, they're both part of the same org, so it's like a win-win for them. Ideal situation is like LFI or LGD get through, win it or whatever, and then the other team comes in under.
Whoa.
And they both meet each other in the finals.
Is that the best? Because they don't learn anything then. They always probably play against each other, you know? That's everything. So the best situation, org still wins money if one wins, but you want to play against as many different people as possible.
Yeah.
Put that one on, Blitz. You were wrong, son.
Not entirely sure about that. But
how does it feel? Oh my God, that's creepy.
All right. So we are going to have 2 more best of 3s today. I hope you're ready for that. We're going to take a short break, but when we're back, it's time for LGD and LFY. Stay tuned.